Imagine you're high above ground and you look down just to get an urge. An idea materializes in your head. What if I jump? And that's just the beginning of how disturbing intrusive thoughts can be. Level 1. The weird side. Thoughts of being a failure and a burden can occur when things are going bad and you're under a lot of stress. In most cases, people think they're unworthy or that they're an imposter that can't do anything right. The environment or people are dangerous, so I shouldn't leave the house no matter what. People feel like they can't get out, and if they do, something bad will happen to them or the place where they live will be in ruins, and if that sounds disturbing, wait until we get into level 2. What if something or someone is hiding under my bed or closet, and if I don't check, they will harm me? This includes small crevices or other parts of the room you are in that are out of sight or are obstructions. You will feel this ominous feeling like your life is in danger, and most often than not, you will check multiple times to make sure. Fear of not locking the door or leaving something on. This fear comes from the thought, what if I haven't turned off the oven and it can burn my house, or what if I haven't locked the door, so now I gotta check a few times to make sure. In this case, people overly worry about mistake they have done, and even if prior to going out they are positive they have turned it off or locked the door, they will check just in case a few times. Insulting people who are rude might seem justified and deserved, but in many cases those people are people we know or are dependent on, not some strangers that are being an ass to us. Having the fear of water running or leaving the tap on and the house being flooded is another fear that is connected to something happening in the house. The thought of I'm going to do something weird or inappropriate, or that I have done that and now people think I'm weird or I see myself in a different light. This is often due to boredom and wanting to be more active in your own life. Lastly, from level 1, we have removing dust or cleaning a place that is not seen or used in fear that something bad might happen otherwise. Level 2. The bizarre. Having the fear that if you don't clean your arms, body or clothes, you will get a disease, so you do it a few times in a row. You clean yourself, you clean your food, you clean the trash before you throw it away, but it's just clean enough for you, and if that feels disturbing, wait till level 3, where we dive into thoughts of self-harm and harming others or worse. Fear of contracting a disease or spreading a disease to a stranger or a friend makes you wary of people and make you avoid contact. What if you house in a rush and forgot to put clothes on? This can mean that a single article of clothes is missing or a few. It just goes into your brain for a moment, long enough to make you want to make sure, just in case. If I kill the insect or have killed it, something horrible will happen unless I do something about it. It's a fear that an action could have a butterfly effect that would be life-changing for you. Lastly on this level is what if I was rude and now I'm a horrible or cold person, is a fear that you have done something you feel was bad, so you see yourself differently now. You're critical to everything you have done. Level 3. Danger. I shouldn't hold a knife, or I might harm myself or others. People who experience that feel like they would act on some desire or that they have been fundamentally changed. You are driving on the road and it's calm and peaceful, and all of a sudden you ask yourself the question, what if I crash my car into a tree or a house? This can come out of the blue and you can even wonder, wait, why did I think about that? In that spirit, the next intrusive thought is what if I hit someone with my car or don't see someone and they get hurt. It can make a person dread their mind and what they just thought of. Thoughts of having intercourse or doing something inappropriate with a stranger or someone you know, or even an authoritative figure. This can be a fantasy that is consensual or forceful, maybe in public, or catching someone in the act itself. If you thought that was the worst, wait until we reach level 4, it gets even worse somehow. Thoughts of doing something illegal or frowned upon, usually something that an individual doesn't want to actually do and in fact is the furthest from that in reality, just got that thought. Wrecking or breaking something, especially things that are fragile like plates and glass, for the sake of it, to to see what would happen. And lastly, on this layer is giving away all your possession away. This can be anything from what you have in the house, what you have in your pocket or wallet, to what if I just leave? Level 4. Point of no return. We start off by simply getting up and leaving. The thought of deserting everything and just disappearing into the woods or on random bus to God knows where. In most cases, those are just thoughts and what ifs of people who are curious and want to explore themselves and nature. Next is thoughts of harming yourself in different ways, for example, lighting a candle and thinking, what if I burn my hand? Or when angry or hurt, wanting to bite your arm's hard. Causing a public scene or posting a video of something inappropriate or disturbing, such as going out naked or kidnapping. The thought of catching a disease that is transmitted via intercourse, either that or spreading it, and unfortunately for some people this is turned into reality. If you want to hear more about this, let me know down in the comments and I'll make a video about it. Lastly, on this layer, before we get to the more disturbing things, wanting to hurt a person or choking them, as in many cases we might get overwhelmed by our emotions. If you found this video interesting up until that point, consider subscribing and liking this video, as well as commenting, all of this would help me greatly. Level 5. The worst of humanity. Wanting to end it all, sometimes when we experience so much stress, we would get that thought if it would all be easy if I just end it, like walking off into the woods or simply not wanting to exist. It would have a violent ending. Jumping in front of a car or pushing someone in front of one, involving self-harm or ending, is disturbing on its own accord, but there are quite a few variants of this. Fatally injuring someone or violating an unconsensual act of intercourse and setting a house on fire all do follow this trend of wanting to harm someone or oneself. Wanting to live the life of someone else or even envisioning how you take that force, most commonly when you are in a low state in your life. Holding up a bank or an airport or any building with a lot of foot traffic can be a wild fantasy like thought. Being a hero, you imagine there is a bad person who is taking people's lives, so you step in to be the hero. This comes mainly from wanting to feel seen and wanting to be involved and appreciated. Thoughts of cutting or mutilating done on oneself or others, a gruesome scene filled with blood. That's about it. Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing. This is my personal goal to hit 1000 subscribers by the end of the year. Thank you very much and see you in the next one.